Okay, thanks for watching. I saw this really cool photo online. Someone had taken an old kind of vintage boombox and had made a guitar amp. And I don't know, there's a write-up. I didn't listen to it or watch a video or anything, but said that it sounded pretty sweet. Kind of gives this nice built-in overdrive sound, probably because the speakers are really terrible. But I thought that I would give it a try. Basically, if I understood the instructions correctly, all you need is a female 1/4-inch jack that will allow your guitar cord to plug into, and then you just have to find somewhere on the boombox where there's enough hollow area inside the boombox to mount this jack flush so that it looks nice, and you can just plug your guitar cord into there, and you wire the back of this 1/4-inch jack to the magnetic playhead of the tape. So I think I need to look online at the instructions again, but I'm just going to take that magnetic playhead out, tack some wires on there with solder, wire them to the back of this, and then now you put the tape deck mode on, or the boombox mode on tape or cassette, and then you hit play and it should be ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to give it a try, make a really simple video, document the process. We'll see how it sounds when I'm done. So far, I just took a bunch of screws off of the back of the boombox, and the front just popped right off. So, as you can see, super easy. I think that the best place to mount this jack on this particular boombox is going to be right here on the front. It has this little mic component, which I assume you'd be able to record with the tape deck, but I'm destroying the tape deck function anyway. So I think I will remove this mic component and just drill a hole in the housing where the mic hole was. And I'm going to add the 1/4-inch jack right there, screw it in, and then I'll figure out how to wire the playhead of the tape deck to the back of the jack. And then all I have to do is put it back together, and this should be pretty fast. Looks like a 3/8-inch drill bit. It's going to be pretty much perfect. Might have to ream it out just a hair more, but that's what I'm going to use. I'm not going to show the drilling process just because I don't have a tripod for my camera right now. But I'm just going to drill the hole right there. A few minutes later, and the jack is in place. Looks like a good spot for it. Here's what the inside looks like. Now I just need to do some demolition here, get rid of this. It shouldn't be too hard. I'm just going to kind of break it out of there since it doesn't matter. But this was kind of interesting, the tuner display mechanism. Some people would have already known this, but I thought it was pretty crazy. It's just a bunch of string and pulleys and stuff to make that move. It's kind of cool. So breaking that out now. The mic popped out super easy. Instead of cutting it and worrying about what that does with the circuitry, I'm just going to take electrician's tape and I'm going to wrap it around this mini circuit board that the mic is connected to, just so these never incidentally contact something inside the unit. I'm just going to push this mic back there into kind of the empty open cavity and not worry about it. Okay, the next thing I did is I unscrewed those 2 screws on the side of the magnetic tape head, and I'm removing this module like this. Then I'm going to remove all the wires from the back of the magnetic head and just kind of sort that out and see what I'm left with. Okay, this was simpler than I thought. Remember, I had 4 wires that were thin and I had 1 big thick ground wire. Well, I'm only using 1 of the thin ones, and I just tried them one at a time until I found the one that worked. First, I took the thick ground wire, which I need to throw a little wire tape or some heat shrink on still. It's bare. It is wired to the inside of the jack so that when I plug the plug in, the ground ends up being this part. And then the 1 hot wire contacts the tip of the plug with this part of the jack, that springy part. And so this 1 red wire is going to the tip, and the ground is going to the middle. and it works. It's great. I'm going to put this back together, play a couple licks so you can hear what it sounds like. Tons of distortion. It really sounds like a overdrive amp. Loving it. Okay. Okay, the cassette tape guitar amp is done and it rocks. It's so good. The overdrive sounds amazing. So much better than I thought it would. Gets a little muddy with chords, but that's expected with this much distortion going on. So I've got it plugged in. I have to hit play because it needs to think there's a tape in there. The mode is on tape. The volume's up about a quarter of the way and it sounds sweet. If I play a full chord like a G, it gets a little bit muddy. But power chords, you know, that's what you'd mostly be playing if you had this much distortion. But really, just for those high single note solos, it really has some pretty amazing tone. Yeah, really happy about this. Make one, enjoy.